Picture this. Last year, you could buy 10 bananas for $1. Today, that same dollar only gets you 6 bananas. Where did the other 4 bananas go? Did someone eat them? Did bananas suddenly become luxury items? Nope. That's inflation, and it's quietly shrinking the power of your money every single day. And if you don't understand how it works, it can drain your savings without you even noticing. But don't worry. Today we're going to break down inflation using bananas. Because if you can understand bananas, you can understand why your money doesn't go as far as it used to, and, more importantly, what you can do to protect yourself. Please do me a quick favor, like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and it helps more people learn how to take control of their finances. Thank you. Section 1. What is inflation? Inflation is simply when prices go up over time. But here's the twist, it's not just about prices increasing. It's about your money buying less. Think about it. Last year, $10 bought you a huge basket of bananas. This year, that same $10 might only buy you half the basket. You didn't lose money. But your money lost buying power. And this isn't just bananas. It's groceries, rent, gas, streaming subscriptions, even your favorite snacks. Everything slowly creeps up in price, and your paycheck doesn't stretch as far as it used to. I remember walking into a grocery store a few years ago, and a bunch of bananas cost me 50 cents. Last month, the exact same bunch cost over $1. I stood there in shock, wondering, when did bananas become designer fruit? But that's inflation. It happens so slowly that most of us don't notice, until it's too late. Now imagine a troop of monkeys who rely on bananas for survival. One day, they realize the bananas they used to easily gather are becoming harder to find. Each monkey now has to trade twice as many shiny pebbles just to get the same number of bananas. Suddenly, the monkey's pebbles don't seem as powerful as before. That's exactly what inflation does to your money. You still have the same dollars, but they buy fewer bananas in the real world. And here's the kicker, inflation doesn't just affect what you buy today, it impacts your savings and your future plans. If you leave $100 under your mattress for 10 years, by the time you take it out, it won't be able to buy the same amount of goods it could today. That's why inflation is often called a silent thief. So, understanding inflation isn't just about economics, it's about protecting your everyday life, your budget, and your long-term financial goals. Section 2. Why does inflation happen? There are 3 big reasons you should know. 1. More money chasing the same amount of bananas. Back in Banana Village, there are 100 monkeys and only 50 bananas. Each monkey really wants to eat, so they start offering more and more shiny pebbles to get a banana. One monkey says, "I'll give 2 pebbles." Another jumps in, "I'll give 3. Before you know it, the price of bananas has doubled, just because demand is higher than supply. This happens in real life when there's a lot of money in circulation, but the number of goods and services stays the same. Everyone's bidding higher just to get what they want, and prices rise. 2. Costs go up for businesses. Now imagine the banana farmers in Banana Village have a problem. Fertilizer is more expensive, gas to run their banana carts costs more, and the little baskets they use to carry bananas have doubled in price. To survive, they pass those extra costs onto the monkeys buying bananas. So even though the number of bananas hasn't changed, the price per banana goes up because it costs more to produce and deliver them. This is exactly what happens with companies in the real world. When their costs rise, they raise prices so they can stay profitable. 3. Big events that disrupt supply. Sometimes, inflation spikes during major events, like pandemics, wars, or natural disasters, because supply chains break down. Remember when eggs were ridiculously expensive for months? There wasn't suddenly less money in the world, but there were fewer eggs on the shelves. Less supply, same or higher demand equals higher prices. In Banana Village, a storm wipes out half the banana trees. Now there are fewer bananas to go around, but all the monkeys still need to eat. Prices skyrocket overnight, and even the monkeys with plenty of pebbles feel the pinch. Section 3. Why does this matter for you? Because inflation is sneaky. It's not like a sudden emergency you can see. It's a slow leak. In Banana Village, Monkey Lila has been saving her shiny pebbles for years in a little coconut shell under her bed. She feels proud, she hasn't touched them once. But here's the problem. While Lila's pebbles have been sitting still, the price of bananas has been slowly climbing. If you keep $1,000 under your mattress for 10 years, and inflation averages just 3% a year, that $1,000 would only buy you $740 worth of bananas in the future. Think about that. You could feel safe holding on to cash, but the reality is your money is silently losing value. It's the same for the monkeys. Lila opens her coconut shell expecting to buy a huge pile of bananas, but she's shocked when her saved-up pebbles barely cover half the food she imagined. I had a friend who proudly saved $5,000 in cash in a box for 5 years. He opened the box thinking he'd finally spend it on something big, only to realize prices had doubled for what he wanted. He was just as shocked as Lila. That's why inflation matters. It quietly erodes your purchasing power while you're not paying attention. Section 4. How inflation affects your daily life. Inflation isn't just an abstract economic idea, it hits you right where it hurts, your wallet. Your grocery bill feels heavier, even if you're buying the same items. Rent goes up year after year, eating into your budget. Vacations, fuel, clothing, almost everything, costs more than it used to. In Banana Village, the monkeys are feeling the same pinch. Pebbles don't go as far as they used to. Last month, Monkey Max could buy a week's worth of bananas for 10 pebbles. Now, those same 10 pebbles only buy enough bananas for 3 days. Max also notices that his treehouse rent has gone up. The landlord says, "I have to charge more because everything costs more for me too." Suddenly, Max's carefully saved pebbles aren't covering all his expenses. Sound familiar? That's exactly what happens to us. If your salary isn't increasing at the same rate as inflation, you're effectively earning less each year. That's why people say, "I'm making the same money, but it doesn't go as far." And the impact can ripple through every part of your life. You might have to cut back on things you enjoy. Saving for a future goal becomes harder. Big dreams like buying a home or retiring comfortably feel further out of reach. In Banana Village, Max and his friends start worrying. If bananas keep getting more expensive and their pebbles don't grow, how will they survive long term? The same question applies to us. If inflation keeps rising, how do we make sure we're not left behind? Section 5. How to protect yourself from inflation. Here's where we fight back. Inflation may be sneaky, but you're not powerless. 1. Don't just save, invest your money. In Banana Village, Monkey Max learned the hard way that keeping pebbles under his treehouse mat wasn't working. Every year, bananas cost more, but his pebbles stayed the same. He needed a better plan. A savings account is good for emergencies, but it usually doesn't beat inflation. If inflation is 3% and your savings account pays you 1% interest, you're still losing 2% of your money's value each year. So what should you do instead? Start investing in index funds. They are simple, low-cost, and beginner-friendly. Consider assets like real estate or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. Even small amounts matter. $50 a month can add up over time. Max decided to plant a banana tree that grew his pebbles instead of just letting them sit. For us, that's what investing does. It helps your money grow faster than inflation. If you invested $100 a month in a basic S&P 500 index fund averaging 8% returns, after 10 years you'd have over $18,000. Keeping that same $100 per month in cash? It'd be worth way less thanks to inflation. In Banana Village, Max's banana tree started producing fruit year after year. Soon, he had more bananas than he needed, and he no longer worried about rising prices. 2. Cut wasteful spending. Every dollar you waste is a dollar that could be growing. Monkey Lila realized she was spending a pebble a day on extra sweet luxury bananas she didn't really need. After tracking her spending for 30 days, she discovered those little splurges were draining her savings. Ask yourself, do I really need that $7 coffee every single morning? Or can I make some at home and invest the difference? I once realized I was spending $80 a month on streaming subscriptions I barely used. Canceling those and redirecting that money into investments gave me $960 a year to grow. Lila did the same. She cut her unnecessary luxury banana habit and planted her extra pebbles in a banana tree. Now, those pebbles are multiplying instead of disappearing. 3. Increase your income. Inflation hurts less when you have more money coming in. Ask for a raise at work. Build a side hustle, freelancing, tutoring, selling online. Learn high-value skills, coding, design, digital marketing. that can get you better paying jobs. In Banana Village, Monkey Kai noticed his treehouse rent went up by 2 pebbles a month. Instead of panicking, he offered to teach the younger monkeys how to climb better, for a small pebble fee. That tiny side hustle completely covered his rent increase, and he still had extra pebbles left over. If your rent went up $100 a month, a small side hustle earning $200 could completely offset that, and then some. 4. Buy things that hold value. If you're spending, spend smartly. In Banana Village, some monkeys bought flimsy baskets that broke after a week, forcing them to buy new ones again and again. Others invested in strong, reusable baskets that lasted for years. Guess who came out ahead? In the real world, buying quality items that hold their value, or even appreciate over time, can save you money in the long run. Think tools, durable furniture, or even real estate. By investing wisely, cutting waste, boosting your income, and making smart purchases, you can protect yourself, and even get ahead, despite inflation. In Banana Village, Max, Lila, and Kai now have stronger financial foundations. Their pebbles are growing, their banana baskets are full, and they're no longer afraid of rising prices. You can do the same. Remember, inflation might be sneaky, but you don't have to let it rob you of your hard-earned money, or bananas. Be like Max, Lila, and Kai in Banana Village. Plant your financial banana trees, invest, cut waste, earn more pebbles, and spend smartly so you can thrive no matter what prices do. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe. It helps the channel, and it helps more people stop losing their hard-earned bananas to inflation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.